Don't be fooled by her childish appearance. Zoe is an ancient being, a cosmic messenger of Targon. And when the aspect of Twilight appears, she warps reality itself. Welcome to the Zoe Champion Spotlight.
This should be fun. Fun!
Zoe's passive is more sparkles! After casting a spell, Zoe's next attack deals bonus damage.
More sparkles, now!
Zoe's Q is Paddle Star. Zoe fires a star that damages in a small area, additionally applying extra damage from her passive. She can recast Q mid-flight to redirect the star. Its damage increases based on the distance it has traveled in a straight line. Send stars far away from enemies before recasting Q to deal the most damage possible. Some might even say tons. Zoe's W is THIEF. What? It says Spell Thief.
Really?
Enemy summoner spells and active items drop spell shards on the ground when they're used. Collecting a spell shard grants Zoe one cast of that spell or item via Spell Thief. Occasionally, minions can drop a spell shard when Zoe kills them as well. Zoe and her team can see which minions hold shards, but enemies can't. When casting any summoner spell or using anything Spell Thief's picked up, Zoe briefly gains bonus movement speed and tosses missiles at the nearest enemy, prioritizing her most recent target. Each missile grants the bonus damage from her passive. Remember, Spell Thief has no cooldown. It just requires you to have a spell shard. Zoe's E is Sleepy Trouble Bubble. Zoe throws a ball that detonates on the first target hit, dealing damage and making the struck enemy drowsy. After a couple of seconds, drowsy enemies will briefly fall asleep. If a sleeping enemy takes damage, they'll take extra and wake up in the process. Damage over time effects, including things like Morgana's Tormented Soil, will not do bonus damage or wake the target. If the bubble hits nothing, it lingers on the ground as a trap for a few seconds. If cast over a wall, it gains bonus range.
I need a nap.
Zoe's ultimate is Portal Jump. When cast, Zoe teleports, then returns where she started after a short delay. Before returning, she can use abilities and attack normally, but cannot walk. Even if other movement abilities like Flash are used, Zoe will always return to her starting position. Unlike most ultimates, Portal Jump has an exceptionally short cooldown. She'll get to use it multiple times per fight. During your first laning phase with Zoe, you're gonna have to do some work to figure out her basic combos. Practice directing your Q around minions to catch opponents off guard while weaving in auto attacks between casts. Figure out how to land long-range paddle stars for bigger bursts.
Roar!
Putting your enemies down for a nap first makes it so easy to land your stars.
That was awesome! Right?
Once you hit 6, you'll want to start regularly working Portal Jump into your combos. It effectively grants extra range and therefore damage to your abilities. Use R to dodge skill shots, grab spell shards, or simply close the gap to land a guaranteed Sleepy Trouble Bubble. While Zoe's R is great for dodging incoming abilities, it is not any good as an escape tool. After pushing your lane, be your jungler's buddy and look to prance into other lanes or the enemy jungle for picks. Building cooldown reduction early will boost Zoe's pick power through the early and mid game. Durability items will give Zoe more room to maneuver when you get into bigger fights. And of course, through all this, you want ability power. Since Spell Thief can cause almost any active item or summoner spell to drop suddenly, good Zoe players have to be creative to adapt to situations on the fly. If you see a flash in range, you might want to flash to grab it, then flash again to pick off their backline.
You left a copy of your spell here. I took it. Okay, thanks.
Surf on the outskirts of fights, acting like an artillery assassin until you see the opportunity to push forward and collect vital spell shards to facilitate an all-in. Zoe isn't meant to be an entry-level champion. Her abilities can be combined in lots of different ways, and she'll take a lot of games to master. But if you stick with her, you'll become a star.
You're so funny, acting like magic hurts.
Thanks for watching the Zoe Champion Spotlight. Portal jump below to learn more about the aspect of Twilight.